hope you guys like this new cool little angle. It took me a while to get. I had to like tape the camera to the dashboard and it was really bad. With that said, let's get right to the video. Guys, so today we're gonna talk about the top 5 cheap mods you should do to your car. Specifically, I'm gonna be talking about 370s, but you can also incorporate it to your own car. So first on the list, test pipes. They range from around $100 to $200. You can either buy them non-resonated or resonated. It is a very common mod in 350s and 370s. The reason test pipes are so popular among 350s and 370s, as I said before, they're not expensive at all. They give you a little bit of performance, and the best part of all, they make your car sound a lot better. A lot of people say with stock everything, it makes their car sound 20% to 30% louder. This was my first mod to the car, and I honestly don't regret it at all. It cost me around $120. Personally, I did feel that the car opened up a lot since you don't have the cats anymore. Every time I downshifted, it actually backfired. I also just felt like the car wanted to go loose. I've actually heard stories of people getting 20 horsepower and 15 pound-foot of torque off of just test pipes. I'm not 100% sure those stories are true, but this is what they say. So in my opinion, a great choice if you're trying to mod your car on a budget like me. With number 1 out of the way, we can go on to number 2. AAM short tails. I basically call these a very high quality muffler delete. That's basically what it is. It costs $421 with everything included. And if you want the burnt tips, it costs an extra $20, I believe. So it would be $440. If you don't want to spend $440, you can just go to your local shop and get a muffler delete. But I do guarantee you guys, it won't sound as good as the AM short tails. You can also get the short tails in a non-resonated form or resonated form. Either way, you still get a beautiful sound. And when you pair up the short tails with the test pipes, guys, you get an insane sound. Look through all the forums of 370s and 350s and look up that setup. It's really, the sound that you get is incredible. And that is actually the current setup I have right now. I'm gonna include a little clip of the startup and the car driving around right now. If you don't have the $1,000+ to spend on a full exhaust, I think the AM short tails or muffler delete paired up with the test pipes is a great choice for now. We talked about exhaust, now let's talk about the other most common bolt-on. Intakes. I'm gonna put 2 items as number 3, but you can obviously buy them separately. One of the items I'm talking about is the K&N drop-in filters. They go for around $60 each. So both will cost you $120. It is hands down the best filter on the market. It has the highest flow, and there's even a forum online of someone saying they've got 5 extra horsepower from it. That is crazy just from a filter. And if you guys were wondering, yes, I am currently running them. When I switched from the regular filters to the K&N ones, I instantly felt a slight better throttle response. Second item is the silicone intake tubing. It ranges from around $80 to $100. Compared to the stock intake tubings, the stock ones are very corrugated and the flow isn't as good. The 370 already has a pretty decent intake system because you have the dual intakes, and then the stock boxes are actually really big if you look at them. So for around $190 to $200, you have a killer intake. Which in my opinion, guys, it is really good because intakes for 370s range from around $400 to $500+. Number 4 on the list, I'm going to be talking about springs. Springs are actually really popular. Reason is, they're a great alternate to coilovers. You can go as slow, but they give you a very nice stance and a stiff ride. How the ride feels also depends on the springs. 3 most common springs for the 370s and 350s are Swift springs, H&Rs, and AVACs. And the good thing about springs, they go for around $200 to $300 compared to coilovers, which they go for like $800+. Myself, I'm planning on getting H&R springs and pairing it up with spacers. Springs specifically give you a nice stance if you pair it up with spacers, but that's even more money you'll have to spend. Now last but not least, I'm going to be talking about vinyl wrapping and plasti dipping. If you vinyl wrap some parts of your car correctly, it could actually make it really nice. If you don't have the experience or don't want to go through the trouble of vinyl wrapping, you can also plasti dip. Other than it being cheap, another reason I put plasti dipping / vinyl wrapping in the list, a lot of us when we try to make our cars look nice, we obviously always want to buy new things for them. When in reality, you can paint little details or vinyl wrap little details of the car and make it look really nice. I'll probably put a picture up on the screen right now of cars of just being vinyl wrapped, and you can see how nice they look. As you guys can see, I plasti dipped the front of the 370, which is really common on 370s and 350s too. And it really changed the look of the car. I didn't have to go out and buy anything to make it look nice. I just painted that little detail for like $8, I think the can cost me. And it actually changed the look a lot. For example, to contrast my front grille being black, I had swirl vinyl wrap my mirrors the same color, and I don't know how to explain it, it just made the car look a lot better. And I would also talk about my rims, but they weren't really Plasti dipped, they were professionally done and powder coated satin black. That's also another thing you can do. You don't have to go out and get it powder coated, you can just Plasti dip your rims. And little details like that's gonna really complement the car and just make it look a lot nicer. But make sure you do it in the right way and you don't overdo it, just little things. Okay guys, with all that said, this just about wraps up the video. This video helped you guys out a little bit or even gave you new ideas. Make sure you hit the like button. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Danny. I own this beautiful 370z and I upload weekly. I upload vlogs, I do installations on my car, I go to car meets, and a whole bunch of videos. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, push the notification button to know whenever I upload, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.